It has been 6 days since the hands-off protests occurred all over the United States, and I want to respond to some of the top comments that I keep seeing on posts. So the number one thing is, "You're all paid protesters." Really? Really? We had almost 5 million people across the United States that got out to protest. In Boston, it was 100,000. And you want to tell me that someone paid all of us? Because if that's the case, where's my check? Where's my Soros check? I'm still looking for it in the mail. In that same vein, the next comment that I keep seeing the most of is, "Get a job." Come on, man. I work full time and I have children. And now I'm doing this frickin' protesting crap on top of that because I'm sorry, but I don't want to live under authoritarianism. America has no kings. This was also on a Saturday. Now, there are plenty of people who work on Saturday. I'm sure a lot of them took the day off. But really, you think that all 5 million of us are unemployed? The next most common is, "Oh, look at the whiny Dems. This is what they do when they lose elections. They're crying their liberal tears." Now, some of the organizers are Democratic organizations like Indivisible, Swing Blue Alliance. However, the main organizer, 5051, is a nonpartisan group, or you call it a cross-partisan group. We have members from the far left all the way through the right. I personally know a lot of Republicans that were out that day, even people who voted for Trump, but they didn't vote for these tariffs. They didn't vote for someone coming after their Social Security or their Medicare or their Medicaid, or demolishing the Department of Education and leaving kids in poor areas without school lunches and without any aid for their learning disabilities. I mean, do you really think that this is a partisan issue? Living under authoritarianism is not partisan. It is American to stand up against that. But I think my favorite one that's been going around now is the, "Did you see anything?" I didn't see anything. I was downtown that day. I saw nothing. This is all AI generated. Honey, I'm gonna not hold your hand when I tell you that Fox News was out there covering us. We have drone footage. We have all sorts of major network news, which I know y'all is fake news, which is why I brought up Fox first, right? We had Newsweek cover us. They are not left-leaning. Also, the photos and videos from 5 million people across the United States. But you keep trying to gaslight. I know it worked on you from your daddy Trump, but sorry, bud. Doesn't work on the whole rest of the country. And then the last one that actually does kind of piss me off a little bit are the people trying to say that these were violent, that we damaged public property, and that there were so many arrests. Overwhelmingly, these were peaceful protests in every state, which is amazing. I mean, I can speak personally for Massachusetts that there were 0 arrests by the Boston Police Department in conjunction with these protests. There were trash teams to pick up after people after the protest, and they barely had anything to do. People were respectful of the environment. They stayed on public property. These were permitted, lawful events. Now, we're a blue state, but look at the red states. Look at the states that had counter-protesters. Look at their peacekeeping teams, because these peacekeepers all across the nation who took hours and hours of de-escalation training, they showed up. When counter-protesters showed up and tried to cause trouble, or when bad actors showed up and tried to rally people to be violent, people did not listen. They used their phones to record, they were silent, and they were peaceful. And for those of you who are going to continue to get out there, I urge you to remain peaceful. This is a non-violent movement, and that is what makes it work. And to those who are just going to continue to lie to yourself and say that this doesn't exist or this is a Democrat thing, I'm still not a Democrat. I want you to start to think. You know, y'all keep saying that you're good with critical thinking. So I want you to do that. Why did so many people show up? It's not just because we're upset because we lost an election. It's because we're upset by the destruction of our Constitution. People want to come on here and they want to debate, oh, the United States isn't a democracy. It's not a republic. It's a constitutional republic, which is like such a stupid talking point. Go and actually learn civics. We're a democratic republic, but we are constitutional. We are founded on our Constitution. How can you back an administration that is breaking our Constitution? How do you live with yourself? And don't tell me that you justify it because Democrats have done scandalous things in the past. Hell yeah, they have. Hell yeah, they have. But I'm sorry, in kindergarten I learned 2 wrongs don't make a right. And being upset at one political party doesn't mean that you should trash the entire Constitution for all of the American people. And the last thing that I want to say, because now I've got like my serious tone on, is the idea that you can call peaceful protesters waving the American flag, calling for our Constitution to be upheld, terrorists. That is the biggest lie you can tell yourself. We are not radicals. We are not terrorists. Most of us are much closer to center politically than you would think. We want to feel safe in our homes. We want our children to feel safe in our schools. And we want to know that people in plain clothes with masks on can't just take us in the middle of the night because we use our First Amendment rights to speak out against the tyranny that we see happening from the top. You want to see change in the government? I do too. You want to see our policies reformed and corruption ridden? I do too. This is not the way, friend. This is not the way. So find your communities, organize, stand out, and remain nonviolent and lawful. And I'll see you at the next one.